welcome back to my YouTube channel, Makeup Mummy. Let me take you back to my last video. We were discussing some of the Avon Mark makeup products, and some of these aren't even in the brochure yet. So today what I'm doing is doing a makeup tutorial using some of those products. Now, as you can probably see, I've already done my eyeshadow, and the eyeshadows that I used were the Revolution Iconic Palette 2 and the Revolution Ultra Eyes. Now, the reason I didn't use the Avon inks is I just didn't feel it would work in with the look that I'm going for today. So I've already applied the eyeshadow, I've already applied the eyeliner. I'm just going to go back over my eyeliner, to be honest, just to ensure it's looking okay, and just to discuss what I'm using. I'm using the Avon True Colour Glimmer Stick in black, and you can twist this to get as much colour out as you like. And I'm just, like it says, going in my waterline with this colour. Now, with this product, you can pick this out of the brochure. Normally these are on, like, normally you get these as a special offer or a sale. So 9 times out of 10 you could pick one of these little glimmer sticks up for like £3 to £4. And I have to say, it's one of these eyeliners that I will use all the time. I absolutely love it. Like it says, it lasts all day. There's no smudge with it. There's no nothing. It glides on really nice. It wears really well on the eye. So I would definitely say this is a product to go for. So now that we've got the eyeliner, the eyeshadow, what I'm going to do is go into foundation. Now, I'm going to be using today my NARS foundation, and this is in the colour Fiji. I don't actually have a foundation from Avon, which isn't like me. I'm going to have to definitely purchase one. So what I'm going to do is just put a couple of pumps on my hand. I don't want, this colour is a little darker than my skin colour, so I don't want to go too overboard. So I'm reckoning 2, maybe 3 pumps. I'm just going to go for 2 at the minute just to see how we get on with that, and then I can always add more. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is just tie my hair back. Okay, so that's what I've got in my hand there. But I'm going to then take my Avon Mark Glow Illuminator. Now, this is not in the brochure yet. This comes out in the next campaign. And I've already had a look at that book, and it's actually in the brochure for £6. Now, that is a complete steal, because if you go and you look at any of the other high-end brands, you're going to pay a fortune for something like this. So this is a great wee product. I've already, obviously, in the last video tested this out and really liked how it looked. So I'm just going to do 1 wee drop, because like I said, the foundation is a little darker than my skin tone, so I don't want to go too overboard with that. And I'm just taking my Real Techniques stippling brush, and I'm just going to go in and mix all that up. And then just going to go in and gently put that all over. Now, a key I would say for definitely when you're using makeup, whether it be before makeup or whether it be at night time, I would definitely say, ladies, is you must moisturise. This is a little darker, so I don't even think I'm going to need powder with this foundation, to be honest. I think I'll definitely get away with just the foundation and the glow on. I'm also going to just add, this is the Avon Heavenly Hydration Facial Oil. I'm just going to do 2 drops of that in there as well. Just keeps the face hydrated while you're wearing your foundation. And I think as well, it really gives you that flawless look with your foundation. So, like it says, I don't really think I'm going to need powder with this, because it is darker than what I would normally go for. Always take... Well, I always take my foundation down and even behind the ear there, because if you're wearing your hair up, you don't want to get this massive line. This NARS foundation has got a really nice smell to it. Now, what I always do with my foundation is I take a blending brush once I've blended it in with my Real Techniques brush, and I just go over my entire face. just to make sure that we're well and truly blended properly. Any bits that I can't get into here, I just take my wee Real Techniques brush and just go in and blend those bits out. Like so, because you just want that flawless look. You don't want it looking... Now this is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I have to say it's really nice. It's not heavy to wear. It's got a thick consistency, but I wouldn't say to the point where you can't blend it out. As you can see, this is blended out quite nice. I, like I said, like to put a facial oil in because I think it keeps your skin really hydrated while you're wearing it all through the day, and I think as well it just makes the foundation go on nicer, smoother. Just an all-round good product to have. So yeah, this is the Planet Spa Heavenly Hydration Facial Oil. I don't know if you can still get this one in the brochure, but there's one similar, which is the NutriEffects Miracle Glow, should I say. And I think that's £7 if I can remember right, £7, £8. But it's definitely a handy wee item to have. You don't have to use it with your foundation. You can use it at night time, just as like an oil, or in the morning. It just depends on how you want to use it. Okay, so that's me pretty much blended in there with that. So now that that's it done, obviously the next step is concealer. So I'm using, because again I don't have an Avon one, I'm using the Revolution Focus and Fix Concealer. And again what I would do is just a couple of little lines. They don't have to be amazingly cool lines, just a little for under the eye. And I normally go in just there, down my nose, okay. So again, just using my blending brush, I'm going to go in there and blend out the majority of that there. Anything I don't get blended in, again I go in there with my little concealer brush and I really blend that out. And obviously what I will say is you want to keep your brushes clean, so when you're using like your foundation, concealer and whatnot, you definitely want to be keeping your brushes regularly cleaned, because if not you get a build up of product, they don't work as well, and then you end up with quite a lot of bacteria on your brushes. So please remember just to give them a good clean. So that's that looking nice and blended now. And you know, feeling my face, it's not, the foundation from NARS isn't sticky. That's the first time I've used it, to be honest. I've never used that foundation before. Normally I am a L'Oreal True Match girl, but I just wanted to give something else a go and see what I thought, and first impression, I'm really liking it. So we're going to go and move on to a little bit of contouring. Okay, so I've got this angled brush. So I'm using the Too Faced The Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials, and I'm going to go in using Chocolate Soleil. Again, I'm not sponsored by anything. These people don't know who I am. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't claim to be. I just enjoy makeup. I'll rephrase that. I absolutely love makeup, and this is just how I would apply my makeup. This isn't the right way for everyone. Everyone has their own way of applying their makeup. So I'm just going to go in there very, very lightly. I don't want to go in too heavy, and I'm just going to go in where my natural contour line is, and I'm just going to take that in there. And again, just very, very lightly, nothing too major, and you're just wanting to fluff that on there. And then using one of my bigger brushes, I'm just going to go in and blend that in a little. Going back to the angled brush, again, very lightly, and I'm just going to go in the bits that you would have the sun grab you. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with contouring. I don't like a heavy look. I like to just go with what I've already got there. I don't really put any contour on my nose because I just feel that I'm happy with the way that is. So there's no point tweaking something that you're happy with because it's just going to end up in a big fat mess. So the next thing is obviously blush. And again, somehow I don't have an Avon one. I've only got the select makeup products that I showed you in my last video. So I'm just going to grab this little blush brush, and using the Too Faced Chocolate Shop, we're going to go into chocolate covered strawberry. See what I mean about not being able to speak? So just again, very, very lightly tap that in there. Just tap the brush off, and I'm just going to go. I'm just basically placing it where I want it to go because I can build this up. If you go in too heavy, it then becomes a nightmare trying to get rid of it and trying to blend it out. So I would say go with a cautious hand when you're first applying, because you can always build those colours up. Whereas if you're going in with a heavy hand, there's more chance of it looking Coco the Clown. So again, just taking the same brush, I'm just going to then, in circular motions, just blend that out a bit better. Okay. So now we've done blush, we've done a little bit of contouring. Now the next step is obviously highlighter, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Glow Kit. Okay, so we've got this one here, and I've got my little Real Techniques brush. Now again, a lot of people like to use a fan brush, which I like too, but I also like this brush because you can kind of place it flat on your cheek and go in real soft. So I'm just going to use, I think I'm going to go for the lighter one today, just because I'm going for a more natural look. Now I've done both cheeks, so I like to put a little bit just on the tip of my nose. And Cupid's bow. And I even like to put just a little bit up here. Now that's pretty much all I would do for my highlight. I don't like to be seen from space, so I just go very lightly with my highlighter. So I'm just going to apply some mascara now. Normally mascara is either the last thing I do or second last thing I do, because I like to get everything else set first. I'm going to continue doing this and I'll be back in a second. I have done my mascara, so now we're on to lips. Now this is the Avon Mark 3D Plumping Lipstick, and this is in the colour Chocolatey, so a nice nudie colour. But first I'm going to use some lip liner just for the sake of, so I know where to put the lippy. This is just a nudie one that I have. I can't even remember where this one is from, but it just puts a very light line on there so I know where I'm going with the lippy. You probably even can't see that on camera, but it just allows me to see where I'm placing my lippy. What will I say about this going on? It is so creamy, so buttery. It is a really nice lipstick and glides on nice. Not sticky, not tacky. Someone's definitely not happy. So yeah, that is that colour on. I am really liking it. It goes on really, really well. I've got a bit of something going on here. Really goes on well, glides on nice. It's really creamy. Lovely, lovely consistency. Really lightweight. You don't feel it on your lips at all. It's not sticky or tacky. And I can already feel my lips, if you can imagine, going, ah. very moisturising, very hydrating. So I would say definitely so far, I've only just put it on, but so far I'm liking this lippy, guys. Really nice. The packaging is really quirky as well. I like that they've got the Mark brand all over the lid. Obviously it's just a very plain lipstick, very sleek looking. You've got the black base with the white tubing, and then obviously the lippy inside. Packaging wise, there's probably lipsticks out there that are on the same price tag as this that do feel a little more high end. This doesn't feel cheap, I wouldn't say that at all, but it probably doesn't feel as high end as maybe some people would like. But I think for the price of this, it's you can't argue. You just can't. I think I've not looked at the brochure properly yet, but I'm thinking this is going to range probably around about the same as the Glow On Illuminator, between the £6 and £7. So again, a steal. It is my setting powder under my eye, just to brighten the eye a little, and then we're going to seal it with the Mark Prime and Set Spray, and that will be us. Okay guys, so this is the Mark HD Finishing Powder. It's got the, before I take the lid off, it's got the really nice white lid, really clean look to it with the Mark brand on top. When you open it up, this is what you've got, and the only way I could describe these lids is like talcum powder lids. Not the technical word for it, but it'll do us for now. So basically all you're doing is turning the lid so that you're opening up so you can get the product, and you're just wanting to put some into the lid, which I'm going to do right now. So far what I would say is you're not getting a lot of product on the lid. So far I'm a little bit mixed emotion about that. I'm just giving it a wee shake and just going back in again, and a wee shake, going back in again. And that could be a good thing, that you're not overusing the product, you're not using too much for the product, but at the same time, some of us girls like to get enough product on the lid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to tap that and just load the brush and just give it a wee tap. I'll do it with my hand because that noise is annoying. Just give it a wee tap, but you've still got plenty on there, and I'm just going to go under the eye like that. And again, I'm just going in very lightly and loading the brush, and again a little tap. I can feel I'm going to end up sneezing with that. No. And again, I'm just using whatever product I've got on the lid and just putting that all under my eye. Now I know you probably won't see that on camera, and I'm just scooping up the rest of it because I'm one I don't like to waste. And again, just tapping on. Take any excess off. And it just brightens up under the eye just ever so slightly, and just sets that concealer under there so it's not going to go anywhere at all. And then again, what I'm going to do is, just to finish all this off, I'm using the Mark Magic Prep and Set Spray. Now, you can either use this as a primer if you'd like to. I already obviously had my primer on. It's completely up to you if you want to use it before and after, or just before or just after. Me personally, I'm just going to use this as a setting spray. So I'm just going to give it a shake. Just in a couple of scooshes. Now that is pretty much my look completed. So I'm just going to take my hair down so you can see. That's our look for today. A really nice natural summery look, nothing too heavy. We've just went for kind of golden eyeshadows, browns, warm coppers, and then we've used my NARS foundation with the Avon Glow On Illuminator, which has given my face a nice sun-kissed glow. So yeah guys, that is basically everything today. My next video, I'm going to go over skincare and what I do to remove my makeup and what I do before, like prepping my face before. So give this video a wee thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we shall see you next time. Bye!